here on this side for anyone who wants to know the particular ones that I've got. This here is the Purplelicious color. This one right here is the Barely There. This one right here is the Envy color. And this last one here is called Parfait Pink. Anyway, just going to give you some little tips and ideas for using the gel polish. Okay, now so obviously the first thing that's different with the gel polishes here, the 7-in-1, obviously you're not going to need any base coats or top coats because the gel polishes all have those already built into the formula, because the 7-in-1 has a few different things in it, obviously. So you get 7 benefits in one, obviously. And one of them is you get a shine, you get a gel-like finish, you get a vivid color, you get a base coat, you get the top coat, you get some extra protection, and some extra strengthener in the polish. All put in there together. And also it doesn't contain any formaldehyde or the toluene or DBP. And also, as you can tell here, they're still the same exact size of bottles as any other non-gel polish that Avon sells. So anyway, you do not need a base coat or a top coat. Now, some people might wonder, since these gel finish polishes are 7-in-1 and don't need a base coat or a top coat and stuff, they might be a little unsure about what all you can do with these. But you can use your normal gel finish polishes. Obviously you don't need to put a base coat down, so just go ahead and apply your choice of a gel polish here. And then you can do anything else that you normally would do with any other plain normal polish. You could take and put some of the just basic polish over top to create a design, do like a line or something. You can use some of the nail art enamel to do some designs. You could take and do some mosaic effects over top. You could do like some urban splatter, some confetti stuff over top. You could do something like the opal little confetti stuff over top. You could do like some glitter on it. Or you could use any of the other types of polishes. The Cosmic, which is one of my personal favorite types of polishes from Avon. Or you could use like some speed dry or some megawatt polishes and mix it up and just use the gel finish polishes as like your base coat, and then use some other non-gel polishes on top of that. Or you could take and use a gel polish and then use another gel polish to take and create a design on top of the first gel polish. So you can really mix it up. So you're still able to do anything you could normally do with any other normal nail polish design that's using non-gel polishes. It's just obviously you don't need a base coat and you don't need a top coat. But I personally prefer to put a top coat on when I'm finished, just because I like my nails to be extra shiny. So I personally prefer a top coat, but you really don't need to, because I mean, it's built into these already to begin with. So I'm going to show you a few examples here of some stuff you can do with the gel finish polish. Okay, so I've taken and applied the 4 colors of the gel finishes that I have, and this is what they look like. The Purplelicious looks like this. The Envy looks like this. Parfait Pink looks like this. And the Barely There looks like this. But as you can tell, this one's a slightly more sheer color, so you can actually kind of see the white at the end of my nail. So actually I'll put a second coat of this on. Now these gel finishes are obviously a gel, so they are a little bit thicker than a normal polish. But even so, with light colors, I assume it's just a light color thing. As you can see on the camera here, you can see the white portion at the bottom of my nail, so I'll just put a second coat of this one on. Okay, so the first nail that I'm going to do a design on is going to be the pointer finger right here. And I used this gel finish color right here in the Parfait Pink. And I thought these two colors went very nicely with this. And I will show you a little design that I'm going to do on this nail, showing some examples of using non-gel polishes over top of a gel polish. Okay, so first for this design, I used the Red Reveal color right here from the Nailwear Pro line. 2 easy brush strokes made this stripe, so they're very easy to make. I applied some of the Megawatt in the Hot Pants color, and just did another little line down below. And these colors are all very similar, so you kind of get just very little subtle changes in the color, with the darkest one being the Red Reveal in the middle of the whole design here to kind of make the other two kind of pop since they're so similar. Now for the next finger that I'm going to do here, the middle finger, I'm wearing the gel finish in Envy color. And I'm going to keep it very simple with this one and just use some of the Urban Splatter nail enamel in the blackout. I'm just going to put some of that over top of this particular fingernail. Okay, so now I've just simply taken, and as you can see, I've applied some of the Urban Splatter nail enamel in blackout on top of the gel finish nail enamel in Envy color. And very, very simple design here. You can't really see the black too well in the confetti type substance stuff in the Urban Splatter. You can't see the black too very well on top of this Envy color since it's so dark, but you can see the white, and I actually ended up with 2 white dots in the middle. Kind of funny. But anyway, this is a very, very simple design here on this nail. So another example that you can do the confetti type polishes on top of gel finish for another simple little design. Okay, so the next nail I'm going to do is this ring fingernail right here, and it has the gel finish in the Barely There on it. And also I'm going to take and use some Mosaic Effects top coat in white and some of the nail art enamel and the what was this one? Styled green. Styled green. I'm going to use those to make a design on this fingernail. Okay, now this nail I have taken and used the white Mosaic Effects, as you can see, on this half of the fingernail. This one I'm going to make a little bit more complex than the previous ones. Okay, so next, as you can see, for this particular design on this nail, I've taken and used the nail art enamel in the Styled Green, and I've used it to make little dots on the other half of the fingernail that didn't have Mosaic Effects on it. And so now, as you can see, here is my little design on this one. And where this one is a little bit more complex than the previous 2 nail designs, it is still very easy to do and really doesn't require a lot of time to complete this design either. So anyway, there's some examples here for this nail. Now for the little pinky nail, I've got the Gel Finish 7-in-1 Nail Enamel in Purplelicious. Woo! Really like this color. It's really nice. Really nice, good purple color. Really pretty. I really like it. Now this one I'm going to do a little Frenchy tip on the end, using some of this glitter nail enamel, and this one's in the sparkling gold. And now these glitter polishes, they're literally straight up just glitter with like some goopy stuff to hold the glitter together. Okay, so now I've just simply taken and used one coat of the glitter polish here in the sparkling gold on the end of the nail to just create just a simple little hint of a French tip here. And now this is just one coat. If you want it to be a little more bold and glittery, you can take and actually wait a few minutes and apply another coat and another, and however many you want to make it however glittery and as bold as you want. But I was just doing one coat just to make a very simple little hint of a French tip here on this nail. So anyway, another simple and very easy example of some ideas with using gel polish and other polishes that you can use on top of it. But in case you forgot what the color was, this is Purplelicious. And now I'm going to show you a nail design, another fairly simple one, using this Purplelicious color as the base color. And then I'm going to use another gel polish over top and a speed dry 30 plus polish. And this gel finish is the Barely There, and this speed dry 30 plus is the Fast Time Till, one of my personal favorites. But now after trying this gel finish in Purplelicious, this one actually is one of my new favorites too, because this purple is just, well, it is Purplelicious, y'all. Pretty awesome, sweet color of purple. Okay, so now as you can see, I've used the gel finish in Barely There to make two lines together to make one thick line in the middle here of the nail. Now this color is one of the little bit more sheer type colors, so you technically need two coats of it to get the actual color that you see in the bottle. But since I'm going to be using this Speed Dry 30 Plus and the Fast Time Teal down the middle of this stripe, I really don't need to do another coat, because as you can see kind of where the two lines kind of overlapped here with the Barely There color, this is going to be in the middle of that, so I'm not going to use two coats. Normally I would if I was just stopping at like this design right here, but I'm going to be using the Fast Time Teal in the middle. Okay, so now as you see, I've used the Speed Dry 30 Plus and the Fast Time Teal, and I've done a stripe down the middle of the Barely There colored stripe that I had on top of the Purplelicious color. And so there we just have three colors there all kind of striped together. I actually kind of got this line a smidgy little bit crooked, but oh well, it ain't too very crooked. But anyway, just an example here how you can use a non-gel polish and another gel polish on top of your first gel polish. I mean, there's lots of options to do with different nail ideas using the gel polishes, because you can use them just like by themselves, because they make very lovely nail looks just by themselves. But if you're more into creative designs, like I personally myself am, you can use one gel color and another gel color on top of that, or you could take and use non-gel polishes on top, or various other types of polishes. Like you could get your glitter type polishes, you could get your mosaic effect type polishes, you could get your little nail art design type polishes, you could get some urban splatter type polishes, you could get like opal type polishes. I didn't use that in any of my designs, but you can use that. Or you could use like a cosmic type polish. I didn't use that either in this design, but just showing as an example. You can use a normal basic type polish, the Nail Repro Plus. You can use some megawatt polishes, or you can use more gel polishes. whatever floats your boat. So here is 5 examples of some very simple basic nail designs, but still showing you the different type of designs and options that you can do when using gel polishes. I mean, you literally can do any type of nail design that you would normally do with a non-gel polish. The only difference with gel polishes is they are 7-in-1, and so you do not need a base coat, and you really don't need a top coat either. But since I personally like my nails to always be shiny, I will be taking, and as soon as my nail designs all finish drying the rest of the way, I will be using some top coat. And I'm going to use this particular one today, the Nail Experts Color Shield Top Coat. The gel polishes I've found, they actually tend to lose a little bit of their shine after a few days. So to keep them looking shiny, I always use a top coat, even though there's a top coat technically built into all the gel polishes. But as I said, I like to keep it shiny and have my nails be a shining away. So I will use a top coat. And also a little tip for y'all while I'm at it. With top coats now, for example, like this design right here with the little polka dots on this side. Looks like polka dots from this angle. Looks like mosaic effects from this angle. Oh, what is it? Is it mosaic effects? Is it polka dots? Oh, it's both. And now with these type of designs, especially the side right here with the polka dots, if you do not let your nail dry long enough and you try to use a top coat over top, it will make some smudges going on and get those polka dots all kind of smudged together. But just simply fill your sink up just deep enough for you to just put your hands under and submerge it, and leave it under there submerged for 5-10 minutes, and it will be dried most of the way. So nifty little tip there. But with the smudging with the top coat, just simply make sure it is dried fully, and do not press down with the brush in the top coat, because that can help to smudge it. Just very lightly, with a very generous amount of polish, lightly put a top coat over top there to avoid smudging. So it's a little tip for you. So anyway, here's some little designs using the gel finishes. Very simple and basic. You literally can do everything you could do with a normal non-gel polish. It's just you get to skip the base coat, and you can skip the top coat too, unless you want to take, and after a few days when your gel finish starts to look a little bit not so shiny, then you can put a top coat on then, or you can put a top coat on as soon as you finish your design after it's dried a little bit and what have you. And also for anyone who's interested, the gel finish polishes are actually going to be on sale in the campaign 5 and 6 little flyer booklet. Let me get it here. This particular booklet, the Early Spring Savings Campaign 5 and 6 booklet, and it will actually be on sale for $4.99, and it's regular $7, so I mean that's a decent good little sale. And they've got all of these colors right here in the gel finish. There's only 12 colors, so there's not like a whole lot of color choices yet, but hopefully they'll come out with some more colors of the gel finish. But for anyone that's interested, it's on sale right now for $4.99, or well, in campaign 5 and 6 in the flyer book. It will be on sale. So anyway, again, just some simple little tips and ideas for using the gel finish polishes. So thanks for watching, y'all.